This is the future.
If you go into the market, you will see 3 types of loot boosters: the credit booster, resource drop chance booster and the resource booster. Credit boosters double the amount of credits earned from pickups, caches, and mission rewards. The resource drop chance booster doubles the drop or spawn chance of resource drops. And lastly, the resource booster doubles the amount of resources earned from pickups. If you are new to the game, then you will consider these as essentials because you would want these to help you build your favorite warframe or weapon in the game. And if you take a look at the market, you will see a 3 days, 7 days, and 30 days boostery types, and between the 3, some new players would think that the 30 days booster is always the way since it will give you the longest buff for a cheaper cost. Well, this is actually not true, and if you are always buying the 30 days booster, then you are wasting platinum. First of all, you don't need to waste so much platinum for boosters because you can eventually farm enough resources if you progress further in the game. When you are starting the game, it's good to not spend any platinum for boosters since your main goal here is to finish the Star Chart mission to unlock the Steel Path levels. The Steel Path levels are the farming levels in my opinion since they have increased resource drop chance and resource booster. 100% increase will definitely help in farming those resources, and my best advice is that before Steel Path, you should consider getting either Necros or Cora first for farming resources. When it comes to credits, you can use the index to farm those credits that you need, and I know most of you would want to get all the things in Warframe while in normal Star Chart, but it would be wise just to focus first on specific Warframes, so it would be easy to unlock the other Warframes you need in the game. Honestly, when it comes to Warframes, mostly of them have Prime variants, and when you are constantly doing Prime parts farming, then you will acquire platinum to buy them, or eventually, you'll be lucky enough to get the set of Prime Warframes and build them. Now, this is based on my experience, but long survivals void fishes in the past helped me a lot in terms of farming not just Prime parts but the resources that I was shocked that I even have plenty of these resources in my inventory and I did not need to farm them anymore. Long story short, just progress through the normal then Steel Path levels, and farm Void Fisher missions, preferably the Steel Path levels also, so you can gain resources and Prime parts at the same time. Also, 30 days boosters will be a waste if you don't use them for the whole duration. In my opinion, it's better to buy 3-day boosters and just farm the hell out in weekends, than to waste platinum and you won't even log into Warframe for a couple of days. You may save up platinum with a 30 days booster, but if you are not using it frequently, then you'll just end up wasting platinum. What I usually do is schedule my farming. If I want to farm resources, then I buy 3 days resource and resource booster. I use Cora, and dive into the Dark Sector Steel Path survival missions in the Star Chart. If I'm hunting down resources such as Argon Crystal or Origin Cells, then I just use Necros. Cora is more of a passive farmer wherein you just sit in one spot and let the enemies come to you. It's great while farming those resources such as plastids and nanospores, while Necros is more of an active farmer wherein you want to roam around the place and look for those materials. Additionally, you will also have this relay blessings, which I think some of you are missing in the game. One perk of reaching Mastery rank 30 is you can access the Warframe Blessing Altar in the relay. This is the True Master's font, also colloquially known as the Blessing Altar, and this is an interactable console in all relays that allows any player of Mastery rank 30 or higher to bestow a 3-hour of 25% bonus blessing upon all players in that relay, including self. These blessings include Affinity Blessing, Credits Blessing, Resource Drop Chance Blessing, Damage Blessing, Health Blessing, and Shield Blessing. While it's just 25% buff, Affinity and Resource Drop Chance bonuses do stack multiplicatively with boosters of the same type. In addition, the Credit Blessing is additive with Chroma's effigy during the mission and applies multiplicatively at the end of the mission. So basically, if you have a credit booster plus the blessing, then you use Chroma's effigy in the Prophet Taker, then you'll gain more credits from the mission, and the best part is, doing the mission allows you to gain other open world resources which you can use for other things in the game. Now, for so many years, I only knew about this earlier today in my stream. One of my viewers said that there's an actual Discord server for Warframe blessings, and you can check out the Discord server at the video description below. Basically, the server acts as your guide when will the mastery rank 30 players will give their blessing and what relay. This alone shows you how helpful the Warframe community is, that they have taken the time to create a Discord server just to help new players get the Warframe blessings from the relay. You can take advantage of this by getting the blessing first before deciding what booster you should use this time. Honestly, after I have unlocked the farming Warframes and the steel path levels, I never had any problem with resources at all. The only time that resources are very demanding for me is when Heart of Deimos update dropped. This was the time when the helmet system was new, and it was very demanding in terms of resources. I did burn out all my resources during this time, but eventually, I managed to farm them again easily with the help of just Korra and doing steel path levels of Dark Sector survivals. It's really not a big deal once you have unlocked farming Warframes, the steel path levels, then you know about the Warframe blessings in relay. In fact, when you know all about these, then you won't even buy boosters in the market. Now, I know some of you will see that what about the steel essence, you would need resource booster to get more. How about credits? You will earn more when you have credit boosters? Well, Warframe set limits, and having too much resources in the game won't do you no good. The same goes with credits. Steel essence was super helpful in the past since it allows you to acquire unlimited amount of relics. But when Digital Extremes decided to nerf that, and set a limit to the number of relic packs you can get per week, then farming Steel Path Void Fisher missions were enough for me. However, I don't think that I can say the same with credits since it's used not just for crafting items in the foundry, but it's also used for trading and buying other things like blueprints that you need in the game. More likely, credit will be needed, but just like resources, and it's convenient to gain more credits after you completed a mission, rather than just farming the same mission over and over again. Call it passively farming. You can say the same though to resources, but like I have said, there are other methods to boost resources than just relying on the resource booster from the market. While in terms of credit, there's only one frame that can boost it, and that is Chroma. How about Affinity Booster? Well, the same goes with Resource Booster. Just make sure that you set a specific time to level up your things and use a 3-day booster instead of just wasting your platinum with a 30 days Affinity Booster. It's not really worth getting unless you have millions of platinum in your pocket and don't know what to do with it. Overall, I think 30 days credit booster is good, but the rest should be held at 3 days booster and just farm on specific times so you won't waste any platinum. Aside from skins, boosters and former are the ones that makes Warframe money. I know some of you want to support the game, but I just don't want these to be the norm of how we support the developers. Now, how about you? Do you always have boosters in your playthrough? Or you don't need any boosters at all? Let me know in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.